Science Standard 9, Chapter 9, Force and Law of Motion, Part 2. Question number 1, page number 118. Which of the following has more inertia? A. A rubber ball and a stone of the same size. B. A bicycle and a train, a 5 rupee coin and a 1 rupee coin. Answer. As the mass of the object is measured in its inertia, object with more mass have more inertia. That means a stone of the same size, a train and a 5 rupee coin will have more inertia. Question number 2. In the following example, try to identify the number of times the velocity of the ball changes. A football player kicks a football to another player of his team who kicks the football towards the goal. The goalkeeper of the opposite team collects the football and kicks it towards a player of his own team. Also identify the agent supplying the force of each case. Agent applying the force. First player kicks a football. Change in velocity of the ball. Velocity from 0 changes to u. Second player kicks the football towards the goal. Velocity changes again. The goalkeeper collects the football. Velocity becomes 0. Goalkeeper kicks it towards the player of his team. Change in velocity takes place. The velocity of the football changes 4 times. Question 3. Explain why some of the leaves may be detached from the tree if we vigorously shake its branch. When the tree's branch is shaken vigorously, the branch attains motion, but the leaves stay at rest. Due to the inertia of rest, the leaves tends to remain in its position, hence detaches from the tree and to fall down. Question 4. Why do you fall in forward direction when a moving bus brakes to stop and falls backward when it accelerates from rest? When a moving bus brakes to a stop, when the bus is moving, our body is also in motion. But due to the sudden brake, the lower part of our body comes to rest as soon as the bus stops. But the upper part of our body continues to be in motion. Hence we fall in forward direction due to the inertia of motion. When the bus accelerates from rest, we fall backward. When the bus is stationary, our body is at rest. But when the bus accelerates, the lower part of our body begins in contact with the floor of the bus, comes in motion, but the upper part of our body remains at rest due to a inertia of rest. Hence, we fall in the backward direction. Page 120 states, question number 1. If action is always equal to reaction, explain how a horse can pull a cart. The third law of motion states that action is always equal to the reaction, but they can act on two different bodies. In this case, the horse exerts a force on the ground with its feet while walking. The ground exerts an equal and opposite force on the feet of the horse, which enables the horse to move forward, and the cart is pulled by the horse. Question 2. Explain why it is difficult for a fireman to hold a hose which exerts a large amount of water at a high velocity. The water that is ejected from the hose in the forward direction comes out with a large momentum, and equal amount of momentum is developed in the hose in the opposite direction. Hence the hose is pushed backward. It becomes difficult for the fireman to hold a hose which experiences this large momentum. Why is it advised to tie any luggage kept on the roof of a bus with a rope? When the bus suddenly accelerates from rest and moves forward, it acquires a state of motion. However, the luggage kept on the roof, owing to its inertia, tends to remain in the state of rest, hence may not fall down from the roof of the bus. Similarly, when the moving bus stops suddenly, then due to its inertia of motion, the luggage kept on the roof of the bus tends to remain in motion, hence may fall down from the roof of the bus. Hence, it is advised to tie the luggage kept on the roof of the bus with a rope so that it does not fall down when the bus starts or stops immediately. One, a batsman hits a cricket ball which then rolls on a level ground. After covering a short distance, the ball comes to rest. The ball shows a stop because the batsman did not hit the ball hard enough. B. Velocity is proportional to the force exerted on the ball. C. There is a force on the ball opposing the motion. D. There is no unbalanced force on the ball, so the ball could not want to come to rest. There is a force on the ball opposing the motion. A batsman hit a cricket ball which then rolls on a level ground. After covering a short distance, the ball comes to rest because there is a frictional force on the ball opposing its motion. Frictional force always acts in the direction opposite to the direction of motion. Hence, this force is responsible for stopping the cricket ball. 5. A truck starts from rest and rolls down on a hill with a constant acceleration. It travels a distance of 400 meters in 20 seconds. Find the acceleration. Find the force acting on it if the mass of 7 tons. 1 ton equals to 1000 kg. U is 0. A is 400 meters. That is S is 400 meter, T is 20 second, A we want to find, F we want to find. M is 700 tons, so 7 into 1000 is 700 kg. S equals to UT plus half AT square. 400 equals to 0 into 20 plus half A into 20 square. So 400 into 2 upon 20 square, that is equal to A. A equals to 2 meter per second square. Now force equals to mass into acceleration. So 7,000 into 2, that is 14,000 Newton. A stone of 1 kg is thrown with a velocity of 20 meters per second across the frozen surface of a lake and comes to rest after traveling distance of 50 km. What is the force of friction between the stone and the ice? Mass is 1 kg, U is 20 meters per second, S is 50 meters, V equals to 0, F you want to find, A you want to find. B square minus U square equals to 2AS. 0 square minus 20 square equals to 2A into 50. So minus 400 equals to 100A. A equals to minus 4 meter per second square. Force of friction F equals to mass into acceleration. So 1 into minus 4 meter per second square. That is force of friction equals to minus 4 Newton. And question 40,000 kg engine pulls a train of 5 wagons, each of 2,000 kg along a horizontal track. If the engine exerts a force of 40,000 Newton and the track offers the friction force of 5,000 Newton, then calculate the net accelerating force exerted by the engine minus frictional force, that is 40,000 Newton minus 5,000 Newton, 35,000 Newton. The acceleration of the train is 7, force is 35,000 Newton. So mass of 5 wagon pulled by the engine is 5 into 2,000, that is 10,000 kg. Now F equals to M into A. So 35,000 Newton equals to 10,000 into A. So A equals to 3.5 meter per second square. The force of the wagon 1 on wagon 2. That is F you want to find. Mass of wagon 2 is 2,000 into 4. So A equals to 3.5 meter per second square. F equals to M into A. So 8,000 into 3.5, that is 28,000 Newton. One, an automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kg. What must be the force between the vehicle and road if the vehicle is to be stopped with a negative acceleration of 1.7 meter per second square? Now mass equals to 1500 kg. A is minus 1.7 meter per second square. Force is to find out. So F equals to mass into acceleration. So 15,000 into 1500 into minus 1.7. So minus 2550 Newton. The force between the vehicle and the road is minus 2550 Newton. Question: what is the momentum of an object of mass m moving with velocity v? mv whole square mv square 1 by 2 mv square mv. Answer is m into v, mass into velocity. Question number 10. Using a horizontal force of 200 Newton, we intend to move a wooden cabinet across a floor or at a constant velocity. What is the frictional force that will be exerted on the cabinet? Now figure is shown here. Force 200 Newton, frictional force we want to find out. As the wooden cabinet moves from the floor to at a constant velocity and force applied is 200 Newton, hence the frictional force will be exerted on the cabinet will be less than 200 Newton. 11th one, two objects each of mass 1.5 kg are moving in the same straight line but in opposite direction. The velocity of the object is 2.5 meter per second square per second before the collision during which they stick together. What will be the velocity of the combined object after collision? Mass of the object m1 equals to m2 equals to 1.5 kg. Velocity of the first object, that is v1 equals to 2.5 meter per second. Velocity of the second object v2, that is minus 2.5 meter per second. Momentum before collision is m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So 1.5 into 2.5 plus 1.5 into minus 2.5, that is 0. Momentum after collision is m1 plus m2, that is 1.5 plus 1.5, 3 kg. After collision we want to find. According to conservation of momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision. So 0 equals to 3 into v. So v equals to 0. 12th one. According to the third law of motion, when we push an object, the object pushes back with us on us with an equal and opposite force. If the object is massive truck parked along the roadside, it will probably not move. A student justifies this by answering that the two opposite and equal forces cancel each other. Comment on the logic and explain why the truck does not move. The mass of the truck is too large and hence its inertia is too high. The small force exerted on the truck cannot move it and truck remains at rest. For the truck to attain motion, an extremely large amount of unbalanced force need to be exerted on it. 13th, a hockey ball of mass 200 grams traveling at 10 meter per second is stuck by a hockey stick so that as to return it along the original path with a velocity of 5 meter per second. Calculate the change of momentum occurred in the motion of the hockey ball by the force applied by the hockey stick. Now mass of the ball is 200 grams, that is 0.2 kg. Initial speed of the ball u equals to 10 meter per second. Final speed of the ball v equals to minus 5 meter per second. Initial momentum of the ball is m into u, that is 0.2 kg into 10 meter per second. So 2 kg meter per second. Final momentum of the ball, that is m into v, 0.2 kg into minus 5 meter per second. So minus 1 kg meter per second. Hence change in momentum is difference in the momentum. 2 minus of minus 1, that is 2 minus into minus plus 1, that is 3 kg meter per second. 14th one, a bullet of mass 10p traveling horizontally with a velocity of 150 meter per second strikes a stationary wooden block and comes to rest at 0.03 seconds. Calculate the distance of penetration of the bullet into the block. Also calculate the magnitude of the force exerted by the wooden block on the bucket. Now m equals to 10 grams, so 10 upon 1000 is 0.01 kg. U equals to 150 meter per second. V is equals to 0 meter per second. Time is 0.03 second. V equals to U plus AT. So 0 equals to 150 plus A into 0.03. So A is minus 150 upon 0.03, that is minus 5000 meter per second square. Now S and F we want to find. V square minus U square equals to 2AS. V square minus U square equals to 2AS. So 0 square minus 150 square equals to 2 into 5000 into 3. So S equals to 150 into 150 upon 2 into 5000. So 22500 upon 1000, that is 2.25 meter is the distance. The penetration distance of the bullet in the wooden brick is 2.25 meter. Now magnitude of force F equals to mass into acceleration. So 10 upon 1000 into 5000. That is force equals to 50 Newton. 15. Sum. An object of mass 1 kg traveling in a straight line with velocity of 10 meter per second collides with and stick to a stationary wooden block of mass 5 kg. Then they both move off together in the same straight line. Calculate the total momentum just before the impact, just after and before the impact. Also calculate the velocity of the combined object. M1 equals to 1 kg, V1 equals to 10 meter per second. Mass of the wooden block is 5 kg. So combined mass M2 equals to 5 plus 1 kg, that is 6 kg. Velocity of the combined object is V2 and P1 and P2 we want to find. So momentum before impact, that is P1, is M1 V1. So 1 into 10 is 10 kg meter per second. Momentum before impact equals to momentum after impact. So M1 V1 equals to M2 V2. 10 kg meter per second into V1 equals to 6 into V2. So 10 upon 6 equals to V2. So V2 equals to 1.67 meter per second. 16. Sum. An object of mass 100 kg is accelerated uniformly from a velocity of 5 meter per second to 8 meter per second in 6 seconds. Calculate the initial and final momentum of the object. Also find the magnitude of the force exerted on the object. Now M equals to 100 kg, U equals to 5 meter per second, V equals to 8 meter per second, T equals to 6 seconds. P1, P2 we want to find, force also we want to find. Initial momentum P1 equals to MU. So 100 into 5 equals to 500 kg meter per second. Momentum P2 equals to M into V, that is 100 into 8, 800 kg meter per second. Force exerted on the object is F equals to M into A, 100 into U minus V upon T, 100 into 8 minus 5 upon 6, that is 100 into 3 upon 6, that is 50 Newton. Question 17. Akbar, Kiran, Rahul were riding in a motor car that was moving with a high velocity on an expressway when an insect hits the windshield and got stuck at the windscreen. Akhtar and Kiran started pondering over the situation. Kiran suggested that the insect suffered a greater change in momentum as compared to the change in momentum of the motor car, because the change in velocity of insect was much more than that of the motor car. Akhtar said that since the motor car was moving with a larger velocity, it exerted a larger force on the insect, and as a result the insect died. Rahul, while putting an entirely new explanation, said that both motor car and the insect experienced the same force and change in their momentum. Comment on this suggestion. Rahul gave the correct meaning, reasoning and explanation that both the motor car and the insect experience the same force and change in their momentum as per law of conservation of momentum. When two bodies collide, initial momentum before collision is equal to final momentum after collision. So M1U1 plus M2U2 equals to M1V1 plus M2V2. Thus equal force is exerted on both the bodies, but because of the mass of the insect is very small, it will be suffering greater change in the velocity. Question 18. How much momentum will a dumbbell of a mass 10 kg transfers to the floor if it falls from a height of 80 cm? Take its downward acceleration to be 10 meter per second square. Mass of dumbbell is 10 kg. Height is 80 cm. So 0.8 meter. Acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Initial velocity is 0. V square minus u square is 2as. So v square minus 0 equals to 2 into 10 into 0.8. So v square is 16. So v equals to 4 meter per second. Momentum is mass into acceleration. So 10 into 4. So 40 grams per meter second. Last optional exercise proved over here. You can go through it and complete the chapter. Thank you.